God Shiva and Shaivism. God is someone who existed before the creation of the universe, and all other deities are viewed as God's messengers. God Shiva, the supreme god of Shaivites, has no birth or death and is a Svayambhu, that is, self-manifested. God Shiva and Shaivism show the way of living to mankind, and Shaivism is a sense of science. God Shiva, after creating the universe, takes different forms as Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Maheshwaran, and Sathasavan to perform creation, protection, destruction, including concealment and revival, and providing salvation. Of which creation, protection, and destruction are considered the main duties of Shiva. Here, creation by Brahma does not mean the creation of new things. For example, if an ice cube is formed, it means that it has changed shape from the existing water. Likewise, creation means to create a body, tools, and other things that are necessary for the development of the existing soul. Once created, God Shiva takes the form of Vishnu to protect the created. That is, Vishnu protects the soul until it faces good and evil in life according to its good and bad deeds. Once the soul gets tired of facing good and evil in life according to their good and bad deeds, then it is Shiva in the form of Rudra who removes the body from the soul, and this destruction and recreation is used even now to destroy imperfections of this world. Lord Shiva is often depicted with a third eye, also known as the brow chakra or brow center, which is a symbol for Shiva devotees to develop the sight of knowledge. Lord Shiva opens the third eye in extreme cases when there is no more space for forgiveness and no question of granting another chance existed. Shiva's third eye also represents the ability to recreate light and order, hence saving the world from inevitable disaster. God Shiva, when he takes the form of Maheshwaran, hides himself from the soul and makes the soul attached to the material things of the world to make the soul mature and understand the value of focusing on God than the possessions of the world. Finally, God Shiva as Sathasavan shows himself to the matured souls who focuses on him and take those souls with him. God Shiva represents all these 5 functions via his dance. Shiva is the god of dance and dramatic arts in Shaivism. This is celebrated in Shaiva temples as Nataraja. Shaivites follow their god in their day-to-day life as Shaivism shows them the way of living. Bharatanatyam, the classical dance form of Shaivites, was developed from their god of dance. Shaivism gives more importance to music, the divine art. Lord Shiva is seen to be playing Udugai known as Damaru, Lord Krishna plays flute, and God Saraswati plays Veena. Sound or vibration is the most powerful force in the universe. According to Shaivism, the universe is created from the sound of Om, which is the cosmic vibration of the universe. The quality of the first element of creation, known as space, is sound. As creation expands, the second element, air, comes into being, possessing the qualities of both sound and touch. The third element subsequently produced is fire, possessing sound, touch, and form. The fourth element is water, possessing sound, touch, form, and flavor. And the last element, land, possesses sound, touch, form, flavor, and aroma. In Shaivism, sound vibration of a spiritual nature can affect the soul in a particularly powerful way. Such spiritual sound vibrations can awaken our original spiritual consciousness and help us remember that we are beyond the dualities of life and originate from the divine. In Shaivism, animals occupy an important place. It is said that animals were created with a specific secret in each of them to signify their spiritual importance to humans. Shaivites believe that animals may contain the souls of their ancestors or may be reborn as friends and family members. Each god have a specific animal as their vehicle, and some god even take the shape of the animal. Animals are considered sacred in Shaivism, and the Shaivites follow that too. Even animals recognize their creator and know the value of God. According to Shaivism, every Shaivite must go through the householder stage of life. Unless a Shaivite performs his or her duties as a householder and raises a family, they will not achieve moksha. So, Shaivism sees the family as a duty everyone must take part in to reach nirvana, and is also depicted in the Ardhanarishvara statue, the inseparable union of God Shiva and Devi Parvati, the masculine and feminine energies. True harmony and balance can only be achieved when both aspects are recognized and honored, and it's a visual reminder that both genders are essential and integral to the divine cosmic order. Also, it conveys the message that no gender is superior or inferior to the other. Every action by Shaivites is supported by science, since Shaivism is a sense of science. Shaivites wear holy ash known as vibhuti because the vibhuti represents the ashes one's body is turned into after death. The applying of vibhuti reminds one constantly of his mortality. Scientifically, the holy ash can absorb moisture from the human body, prevent the body from catching cold, and reduce sinus by eliminating nasal blockages. Also, the holy ash helps remove the blocks in the chakras or the energy channels of the human body and contribute to good health. Negative energy makes its way into the human body as negative thoughts via the chakras, and when you apply the holy ash on the Agni chakra or the third eye chakras, the holy ash acts as a barrier and blocks the negative energy into the body. A tilak on the mid-brow also controls various levels of concentration and facilitates blood supply to the facial muscles as the pressure points on the mid-brow regions are pressed. Shaivites pray and greet others with a vanaki. There is a scientific reason in it. Joining both hands ensures touching the tips of all the fingers together, which are linked to pressure points in the eyes, ears, and mind. Pressing them together activate these, helping us remember that person for a long time. Like in temples, Shaivites burn lamps in their homes every morning and evening because the fire purifies the space and makes it pleasant. They also believe that God Lakshmi enters the home in the evening, and Shaivites light lamps to welcome her. Shaivites fast at least once a month. Shaivism sees the basic cause of many diseases as the buildup of toxic materials in the digestive system. Regular cleansing of toxic materials keeps one healthy. By fasting, the digestive organs get rest, and all body mechanisms are cleansed and corrected. Shaivism, being a sense of science, is depicted in their architecture as well. Few examples are the marvelous architecture in Kumari Kandam, a submerged continent domestic to the ancient Tamil Shaivites and the cradle of civilization, the place where everything started. Virabhadra Temple in Andhra Pradesh, India, has a hanging pillar where you can test the magical gap by placing a cloth under it. The disappearing Stambeshwar Mahadev Temple, in Gujarat, India. Every day the temple gets submerged in water during high tide and again reappears when the tide level comes down. Thanjavur Temple, built by Solar King Raja Raja Solan within 7 years between 1003 and 1010 AD, is a part of the UNESCO World Heritage. The fascinating facts about this temple are: the shadow of the main tower, Raja Gopuram, does not fall on the ground. A single stone was also used to create the Nandi figure at the entrance. The tower's cap weighs 80 tons, making it one of the most unique structures in the world, and around 130,000 granite stones have been used to build the temple during a period when there was no advanced transportation. The future has been predicted by Shaivites and Shaivism long time back. Mobile phone usage, computer, laptop, Wi-Fi, usage of bicycle, and the carving of an astronaut in the Panchavana Swami temple in India. Motorcycle, usage of handbag, QR code, motherboard, Segway, voltage regulator, rocket, spacecraft, helicopter, submarine, etc., jet engine, gramophone, and more. 3D sculpture in a temple which is around 1800 years. 900 years old optical illusion. According to Shaivism, there are 4 yugas called cosmic ages which measure universal time in a cyclical way, namely the Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, and Iron Age. The era we are in now is the Iron Age. It is said in Shaivism that at the end of the Iron Age, evil will reach its peak as the worst traits of greed and hatred will appear in people, and then the world will submerge into water. It is proved by recent statistics as well that the water level is rising little by little and more countries are already facing the threat of being submerged into the water. One example of it is Maldives and the lost continent of Kumari Khan Dam. And as said in Shaivism, new era known as the Golden Era, an age of cleanliness, truthfulness, and kindness will be created with the collection of those few souls remaining. Everything said in Shaivism has happened, is happening and will happen. So, the world will end by water. Please share and subscribe.